All right, I say hello, cheers, and welcome each and every one of you to Happy Hour with the Lincoln. This week, my friends, I come to you grizzled, worn and weary, and burnt to a crisp after another long trading week. But I'm still standing. What about you guys? How you doing? Now, for some of you out there who need some help, some personal one-on-one attention with your trading, I urge you to check out this link right here. It takes you directly to our live trade room. This way you get to see us trade live each day. You also get to see the commentary about idea execution and management and how we handle things on a trade-by-trade basis. So if that's something that you're interested, please check it out. Now, I do know that there are many of you out there that just cannot commit full-time to a live trade room like that. You have other time commitments or you're busy. I do understand that. For that, we've created this brand new room with StockTwits. You should take a look at this too. It's very nice. You can get all of these types of trade ideas and the trades I take sent through your phone, like via an app or a text or something like that. So it's a good way for you to get the education, get the ideas without having to be glued to the computer. It's a win-win for everyone. So we're going to talk about something really interesting today, and that is, how do you know what your trading strategy should be? How do you know what fits you? How do you know what it's going to be that's going to take you from rags to riches? Is it going to be penny stocks? Is it going to be big board stocks? Is it going to be options, foreign currencies, cryptocurrencies? What on earth is this thing going to be? What is your goal? What is it? Well, I'm going to try to help you understand what you're looking for and what it is that you're trying to accomplish and how you understand what is possibly a fit for you. Now, in order to do that, I want to strip this down and make it just like as simple as possible because I'm a simple guy, right? And like I said before in a whiteboard, there are really only three types of trades everyone on the entire planet, everyone in the entire planet is taking. And that's either some form of a breakout, like a momentum stock, trying to capture a trend to the upside, some sort of downward momentum via shorting, or a breakdown, or a stock that's breaking a certain level, whatever it may be, or it's some type of reversal, a stock that they have felt has gone down too far and is now due for a bounce, or a stock that has gone up too high and it needs to be corrected. That could also include trades where a trader may look at something that has some upward momentum and they're waiting for some sort of light volume pullback, like a flag, and trying to get some sort of a re-gear. So there's only three types of trades that someone's taking. Now, out of those three, there's like 10 trillion different ways that you can actually trade those. And every trader is different in their approach and what it is that they're looking for. So this is sort of like religion. Everybody's got their own thing. Some people swear that their strategy is the only way, and I certainly don't look at it that way because I feel in something as delicate as market trading is if you found something that's working for you, however even if it's throwing darts, if that's working for you, stay with it because this is a crazy business at times and it's hard to grab a hold of something that can make you consistent and continue to work it. So here's how it normally works. For some of you, you're going to be introduced to a trader or follow a trader somehow, and they're going to present a style to you, whether that is like penny stocks, big boards, options, or whatever. And you're going to say, they're making a lot of money. This strategy is for me. So there's going to be a whole bunch of you that can understand how that strategy works, and you're going to gel with it. When I say gel with it, you're going to understand it. It's going to make perfect sense to you right away. And then while you're trading it, you will feel very comfortable doing it. Now, when I say feel comfortable, I mean even when you're down a little bit or you're being pushed around in your trade, you're going to still feel comfortable on that side of the trade. Now, the rest of you in there that get introduced, you're not going to dig it. You're going to say, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Or you understand it, but it makes you sick. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. It just does not fit. That's no disrespect to the trader that taught it to you. It just may not be a fit for you. So you're going to have those two things. You're either introduced to a trader or a mentor that shows you something. Then there's going to be a handful of you out there like myself who just kind of accidentally stumbled into a strategy because they got tired of losing and said, you know what, I think I'm going to go the other way around. Now, it's definitely more complex than that. But you're going to do something via repetition over and over again and realize, you know what, this doesn't work. Maybe the next time I see this, I'll go the other way. And that's kind of how I came up with what it is that I do. So let's kind of get back and talk about these strategies. You're never going to be able to follow someone ditto. Like you're just not going to be able to just clone exactly what it is they can do, because everybody looks at the market differently. And because we all have different kind of chemical background, DNA or whatever you want to call it, we also feel differently in a trade. So you can't follow someone, and no matter how long that they've traded it forever, when you see it, you're going to see something that they don't see. And then if you teach that strategy to someone else, they're going to see something that you don't see. So how you learn this is you come up with something, number one, that fits your style, what you like. Some of you don't have a large risk tolerance and you don't want drawdowns. So, if you're going to be, you don't want drawdowns, you don't want to be down for a little while, you don't want to have to work a trade, reversal trading is probably not for you. Because in reversal trading, you're trying to get near the top or get near the bottom. And we all know you can't be perfect. So you're going to have to kind of walk in with smaller sizes, work your way around the trade. Sometimes you get some good ones. Sometimes you have to work them a little longer than you want. But if that's not your style, then you're just not going to gel with it. Whether I make $1 million a week on it or not, it's just not going to be cool with you. Then on the other side, if you're not strict and disciplined, then things like flag breakouts and breakdown trading isn't going to fit you either, because on that stuff, because of the price that you're normally getting for that and the limited upside or limited downside potential, because you've already missed a larger move in most cases, you are going to have to use tight stops. And maybe that works for you, but for some people that aren't disciplined, tight stops, you're going to get frustrated. So you're going to learn something along the way that you find interesting. Now, sometimes you just might find something that you just found on your own. You just started to see something from being in front of the screen. And this is why we always say there's that learning curve for a trader. It's not just about walking in there and making a lot of money. You need to see how the market works. That's something that no one can explain to you. You have to visually see that in person. And then doing that day by day, as much screen time as you possibly can, you just naturally will, you'll just know. You will just know. So like if you go to a foreign country that you've never been to and they drop you off and you're just stuck there for a whole year and you don't know anything about the culture or anything about the language, within a 6-month period of time, you will speak the language and know a lot about the culture because you're immersed in it. You have no other choice. It's sort of like forced upon you, and your only way to survive is to learn the language, communicate with the locals, and learn the culture. So trading is the same way. The only way to survive is you have got to find something that you can get a hold of and make sense out of. Now, before I said all you really need is something that will yield you above 50%. In fact, if it's 51%, or right, 50-50 if you're good with controlling losses, you just need to win a little bit more than you lose. That's all you need. You don't have to be perfect. Remember, it's like a process, not perfection. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to go out and win every single time. In fact, if you're really good with controlling losses, you can win 30% of the time if those are really big wins. So don't let that get in your way. The first step is finding something that you really understand, that you can get behind, that you feel comfortable being in. That's the key. You've got to feel comfortable being in it. I don't mind having a few $100 worth of drawdown intraday. That doesn't bother me. It may scare the shit out of someone else. It's cool with me. But, breakout buyers, I can't do that. I can't do that because I always have this mental block in my head about, I feel like I'm chasing everything. The stock that's up a lot, like Beyond, I was like, I can't buy that. It's up too damn much. I'm sorry. And it goes up $20 more. I'm like, it's still too high. That's just the way I am. I roll how I roll. But you just got to get something that works a little bit more than 50%. And then from that point, the more you trade that strategy, this is another reason why traders always stick with the same process. My light went out. I'm out talking my light. But one of the reasons that traders always trade the same process is not because it just eliminates what they have to do every day, right? As far as how much mental capacity they must unload. But what it also allows you to do is find those little tiny nuances inside of those little small, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, little small things that happen inside of those charts or inside of that strategy. And that's what gives you the edge. That's what gives you that little bit extra edge to be confident in what it is that you're trading and really understand how it works. And again, this is what separates that from gambling for many people, as I have said before in much of my talks. And that is because it's not gambling when you have that edge. So when you're looking for that strategy, remember, you have to find something, number one, that you just feel good being in. That's all it is. You just have to feel good. If it's something that's giving you too much anxiety, if it's something that's causing you sleepless nights, if it's something that's driving you to the brink of frustration and mental disaster, it's not the strategy for you. Just let it go and find something else, because you don't need that type of pain. I've been there. Trust me. I've been in situations where I forced trades and I fought with trades and I had big drawdowns. And yes, I'd win on a lot of those, but I lost a lot of sleep. And there was a period of time I'm like, hey, look, I can't live that way anymore. I gotta chill out. I need an easier way. Maybe I won't make as much, but I'll live a little longer. So I had to adjust for some of the things that I was doing. And that's what you're going to have to do. You have to feel comfortable being in there. Once you feel comfortable and you realize that most of the time you can see when a stock is going to make a move or a financial instrument is going to make a move, then you're on the right track. And then from that point, you just constantly become a master of that strategy. You do nothing but stare at it all day long. You do nothing but work on it. You do nothing but practice it after hours, rehearsing it through back playing on your trading station. You look at it and look for just little tiny things that you might be able to see and understand. Eventually, at some point, you'll find them anyway, to where you can exploit whatever edge that you need. And then from there, it just gets better and better and better for you. And you'll just get to this point where it will be like learning a language. You'll just live there long enough. It'll just come out. You don't have to think about it anymore. And it'll just become second nature for you. And you'll just be able to just wake up every day, get on your computer, know exactly what you're looking for, know exactly how to trade it, know exactly how much profit you should be looking at here, know exactly when this thing isn't going to work so you can bail on it as quickly as possible, know when you have an edge, know when you don't have an edge, know when you can double down on your risk, know when you need to get in the turtle shell and take it easy. You'll learn all of this stuff. But you just have to start out with the right kind of strategy that you feel comfortable with and then start working it from there. I do. Hope this helped you out. I've out-talked my lights. Hope I didn't out-talk you. Hope I'm actually visible. I don't know if it's pitch dark, but it don't matter. It don't matter, does it? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Welcome. Thank you for this. Not welcome. I'm finishing this up because it's time for me to enjoy my Friday. Take care until next week. Cheers. What topic should I do for next week's happy hour? You don't like it either? Well, screw you then, dude.